You have just come back home after a day at office and are planning to relax by watching a movie on Netflix, or you just want to lay down in your bed and put on the air conditioner. However, when you switch on your computer or your air conditioner, you find that they are not working. You try to switch on and off other electronic devices and suddenly you realize that there is no electricity in your home. Then you pick up your mobile and get a news notification that your entire region is facing electricity problem. After some time, when you again use your mobile, you get a very weird and strange news notification. It says that then entire world is out of electricity. When you read the news further, you find out that all the grids everywhere around the world have failed without any warning. In today's video we will see what if there is no electricity for a year anywhere in the world. We know that not having electricity for one whole year throughout the world is just a fiction, and there are many electricians, electrical engineers and scientists throughout the world who can restore electricity within hours. However, we will take into account that all such electricity generation methods, including thermal, coal, solar, nuclear, hydroelectric energy, will not be able to generate electricity for one whole year. What will happen then? There would be some sudden chaos and confusion, and then there would be some delayed effects of not having electricity. Just imagine the number of people who live in densely populated cities and towns throughout the world. With electricity supply being cut off, there will be no refrigeration for food and no clean drinking water supply. People will have to bear the weather extremes in the same way our ancestors used to. Sewage and sanitation systems will also not function. People will rush to their nearest store and buy all the candles they can find and desperately get hands on the last available store of food and water. People will be anxious and restless and demand or try to find some alternative source of energy to keep things going. If it comes to the case that they fail to get proper food and water supply, they might even resort to violence. Many would try to go away from the crowded cities to areas with low population to survive this situation. However, they will not be able to get too far, since once fuel in their car is exhausted, there would be no option to refill. This is because refineries will also be closed on account of no electricity. You will not be able to charge your mobile and laptop. Once their batteries are used up, they will become inoperable, or rather they will turn into a stone. You will not be able to see this video or use any of your apps or do any office or personal work on computers or laptops. Patients who are on a respirator or are on life support at the hospitals or in their homes will be at a very high risk of losing their life. People requiring dialysis on a daily or weekly basis or some other medical treatment which needs electricity will start facing problems. If someone is in the middle of a surgery and the medical equipment fails to operate, it would be lethal. There are also some medicines which have to be stored at low temperatures. Such medicines will get damaged and won't be usable. Many farming activities are dependent on electricity and machines nowadays. Farming will return back to the early days where most of the work is done by human hands and animal labor. However, this will not be an easy transition, and when this transition happens, there will be food shortage. Due to this, just imagine how many people will survive to see the next year. Today's world is so much dependent on electricity that the lack of it will possibly shut down entire commercial and trade activities, including the stock market. All manufacturing units will come to a stop. People who earn a living by working in commercial and manufacturing sectors are bound to lose their jobs, and most companies will have to shut shop. Modern transportation running on electricity like cars and trains would no longer be functional. The transportation of men and materials will stop. Since no electricity means no refineries to provide us with fuel, even engines running on petrol and diesel won't function. The world will have to switch to traditional methods of transportation like bicycles, bullock carts and horse carriages. When the electricity goes off, then immediately, there would be no ground control left to guide the aircrafts. The airplanes might just fall out of the sky. Even if they manage to somehow land, there is almost no possibility to get them refueled. Losing electricity will affect the ships also. They will be able to navigate with the help of charts and compass during daytime and can plan to stay where they are at night. Once they reach a port, they would probably not set sail until things turn back to normal. Coal mines and oil refineries will go to their backup power. They would start using their generators. However, the fuel in these generators will not last for more than a couple of days. So, they too would have to stop their work. Satellites need electricity to guide them. Without electricity, satellites will not remain in orbit. They will become debris in space. Not having electricity will also have long-term effects. Devices like emergency generators, air conditioners and room heaters which help people beat extreme weather won't be functioning, and due to this, health of many people will degrade since they will not be able to bear the disproportionate cold or hot temperature in their homes and might even die. People will no longer get access to clean drinking water. Many would have to drink polluted and dirt-filled water. Governments and militaries would manage panic situations arising between the public and try to calm them. Economic and military leaders along with companies will try their best to either restore electricity or find an alternative solution as fast as possible. However, the police, military, firefighter services are also dependent on electricity. So, although they will be able to serve us, but it will be limited. Since all schools, colleges and offices will be closed, there will be a lot of people who will be out of work. However, there will be a need of new members for working in farms or helping out the government in some other fields like maintaining law and order. People will then sign up to take such work. Without a doubt, there will be a decrease in human population due to lack of proper food, sanitation, water and health supply. If there is no electricity for one full year, billions of people would die, and this would decrease the Earth population considerably. If ever such a situation occurs, then probably we will have to adjust to a Stone Age life. Fortunately for humanity, losing the entire electricity is no more than a science fiction or fantasy and is far away from reality. What do you feel about our today's topic? Write down in the comments section below.